lost me. How's that possible?
Together. Okay, there we go. We're back now.
Okay, we're back on air. All
back
right.
on air now.
So Chelsea, tell me, how long have you been in Nashville?
I've been in Nashville for about 2 months. I moved down here from Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Always new people coming into town, right? Good. That's what makes Nashville so interesting. People come and grow the city. I mean, there's a lot of construction happening, right? Okay, and Al, how long have you been here?
I've actually been here for about 2.5 years.
2.5 years, same time as I arrived. We probably were in the same, well, we were not in the same
We came in on the same boat, I'm pretty sure.
I can see that.
We got imported in this country. Alright, yeah, we're on the same boat. Woohoo! Okay, Rachel, how about you?
I've been here for 7 weeks, so I'm a newbie to Nashville.
What brought you to Nashville?
I'm a teacher here, or I will be teaching in the fall. So,
what are you going to be teaching?
Spanish.
Spanish. Very cool. So we got a very eclectic city over here with a lot of different languages and cultures as well. And so what do you think so far from Nashville? How do you think it's welcoming from where you come? Do you think
It's so welcoming. I wouldn't find this in Massachusetts, so I'm here to stay. You'll see me here again.
Do you like the weather?
I love it.
I can see you got some colors.
I don't see 20 inches of snow coming anytime soon, so I like it.
Good. So it's the southern hospitality kind of thing.
I have experience with southern hospitality.
Yeah, they kept telling me, but I was from Europe. I didn't even know what like the south and the north was anyway. So I was like, "What you talking about?" Anyway, how about you, Al? Did you feel welcome when you came first here?
Very welcome. I've lived a lot of places in the world, and Nashville is definitely.
Where else?
London, Paris, Cannes, New York, Atlanta, just to name a few places.
Awesome. Well, you two got some things in common there.
That's a gypsy soul right there. That's a true gypsy right there. Give it up for it, Al. Okay. Props to you. Okay, so how do you feel like the vibe of Nashville is compared to those places?
You know, just like in London and just like New York, you can find everything. Now, you may have to look for it a little bit more here in Nashville, but a lot of people, Nashville has this stigma about being just conducive to country music, but it's literally Music City, so you can find every style of music. I was listening to some guys, my roommates actually doing like trip hop and like, some dubstep stuff.
Now, I really want to reinforce that point because that's really important for the world to know that Nashville is not just country music, okay? So I really want to, props to you for actually saying that on air acting as a witness so that people don't think I'm crazy when I say that I just heard hip-hop in this little joint over here called Daisy Dukes. I mean, who would think that, a place called Daisy Dukes sounding super country would have hip-hop? I mean, for real, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So, and I'm also learning about the jazz scene and everything over here and all those places that do rock and metal and all that kind of stuff and blues and soul and everything. And here we got a gypsy soul artist. Let me point that out over here. How would you describe your music?
I tell everybody that I'm a mixture of Muddy Waters, Tom Waits, and Jack White. So if you were to take all three of those people, put them in a room with probably about 4 or 5 bottles of Jack Daniels, bam, you got this guy right here.
Now, how many girls do you need for that to happen?
That's a good question.
That's a very good question.
Yeah, as many as possible.
Ask me on the next interview. I've got 1, 2, 3 right now.
All right, so yeah, Nashville's not short on pretty women, I can tell you that. Over here. Okay, so we're gonna cut this part off.
No, we gotta leave all the blurs. All the glitches.
Mike is putting me on this. Mike is our awesome camera guy over here behind.
There he is, upside down.
Here, upside down, inside out. But he's putting me on the spot over here. Okay, like these people. So we're kind of having the same Hollywood smile. Like, what's coming next? Or just smile, cheese. Yeah, whatever. All right, let me repeat that same joke while I rephrase find my next question.
What would you tell people basically around the world about Nashville that are thinking about coming here? What would be your advice?
That was actually. Thank you for reading my mind. Thank you.
I read her mind. That was on her cue card, and I read it.
That was on my mind. Right. What I wanted to ask actually this dude. Sorry, Al Pacino over here. I wanted to know what's peculiar to Nashville. Like, what makes Nashville Nashville? I mean, obviously everyone knows that the Eiffel Tower makes Paris, but what makes Nashville Nashville?
I would say it's a smaller, big city. So it's not London, it's not New York, it's not Atlanta. It's a lot smaller populace, but there's a lot of cool things that are going on. And I mean, I read a report that's saying that 1,000 people per month are moving to Nashville. So just to be honest, I like Nashville the way it is. Stop coming, please. I don't want it to. I heard several towns, Austin, Seattle. When big boom started to happen, a bunch of people started coming into the area. It kind of made it a little different place than what people were used to. So I want to make sure Nashville stays. But exactly
honestly, for gypsy souls like us, we don't care because we move on anyway. So right, people come and we're like, all right, have fun, guys.
And then we'll be out of here.
We had a lot of fun. We trashed the place, so
and then you guys
clean behind us, exactly, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, and then also, I mean, this is the place to be. Like, there's something happening, like you get here and like you said, it's growing. So we're part of something that is becoming bigger. We're building Nashville. It's not like Nashville is building by itself. We're part of the team building Nashville right now.
It's definitely a lot of energy. It's definitely a lot of positive energy here. You can feel it when you go out, when you go party in East Nashville, or when you go party in Midtown, or when you go party in the Gulch, or when you go party West End. There's so many different pockets of awesome and amazing things happening. It's a little bit for everybody. So it's a really cool place.
Absolutely. Well, what is Chelsea that's been here only 5 months? How do you feel about Nashville?
2 months going.
2 months.
2 months in, coming in hot.
Okay. Let me ask you. The first question will be, what kind of image you have from Nashville from the outside? Because I mean, I'm gonna confess right here while we're not streaming live, and we can maybe edit that out. I'm gonna confess right here that I didn't have a clue. I mean, I heard Nashville, cheaper than LA. They have music, they have studios. Okay, let me find that out. So I didn't know anything. So I didn't have in Europe, Nashville is kind of a mystery, right? We don't talk about Nashville really in Europe as much, but like here in the U.S., I know most people should know if they went to school about Nashville. So I want to know what kind of image people from outside of this state and outside of Nashville have of Nashville. Here, Chelsea, update me from what they say about
Nashville. Is really friendly. I mean, coming in from New England, we are pretty tunnel vision, let me get on with my day. I haven't heard many cars beep horns here. Yeah.
That's unusual. Yeah, they don't do that. They don't wait for you. Chicago, as soon as the light turns, there's 4 people blowing the horn at you in Chicago.
Yeah,
you don't have that down here. They wait.
I need to refrain.
Yeah.
They're chill. They're laid back.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely. They're like, what happens, happens. But I mean, what did you think of Nashville from where you were? Like you knew it was Music City. You knew what was happening, or
being a solo indie-esque artist. I think
I like indie-esque.
People just appreciate music here. So even though I'm not country,
so is that what you felt from Massachusetts, that people would appreciate more music over here?
In Massachusetts, it's not illuminated as much as it is in Nashville. There's so many opportunities, writing songwriters clubs, open mic nights every night of the week.
Yeah, that's a big plus right there. I mean, I've heard it's hard to find an open mic in LA. I'm like, come on, really?
So I think that it says a lot about the culture. Just Nashville is just so.
So how many? You've been here only 2 months, you said.
2 months.
How many open mics have you done?
I can't count on.
2,576. I went to all of them.
187. I don't know.
Really, very cool. So you already picked up a lot of different places that do open mics.
Yeah, definitely.
How many different places you played open mics in Massachusetts?
I had my one go-to spot. It's called New Cafe.
Cool.
Small cafe, but here you get bars, coffee shops.
So you didn't have much choice in Massachusetts?
In Massachusetts, it was more selective, yeah.
So you can just come and sign up? Or because this place, I mean, literally, they don't ID you or anything, you know. You just walk in, you just put your name. You can, like, you know, make up a fake name. You know, I could put Alex or Max or Richard. and yeah, and then you just play. I mean, it's everyone is welcome, and every style of music. They don't ask you what style of music. They don't ask you if you're gonna swear on stage or anything. I mean, you know, I could. But yeah, so it's very open. Everyone is welcome, and all styles of music. And you just come, you sign up, and then you get to play, and you get to share your music with other like-minded people that will support you, and that you get to talk to about, you know, other good gigs to play around town and help each other out. And you know, all over here is actually going to be hosting also an open mic, so let's just say that on air, right?
I am starting to beginning to host an open mic at the Celebrity Center of Scientology.
Celebrity Center, that's a good sign right there. I would run to that place. Yeah.
It's a really awesome venue, really amazing room. Calling out to all pianists out there, keyboard players. There is a Yamaha grand piano that is beautiful in the facility. Nice. It's one of the more amazing rooms, sound-wise and acoustically.
Cool. We need to see you on.
I think I'm not gonna be able to sing. I'll be so, you know, into the piano sound, like my mouth's gonna drop. But yeah, we definitely need to check that out. It's on Wednesdays, right?
7:30. 7:30 is the sign up. 8 o'clock we begin and get everything underway. And looking to have artists come out and share 2 to 3 songs. Hopefully we'll keep it 3 songs as long as possible. And then, you know, as the word spreads, we may move it back to 2. But I want to keep it to 3 songs. That's a rarity here in Nashville. Most places you get 1 song, 2 tops. So we want to be able to do 3 songs. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're up to about 12 and a half minutes now, so we probably ought to wrap this one up.
Well, we're going to edit 6 minutes out of it.
Are you okay? All right. Well, carry on then. Carry on.
All my weird European trying to find the right word in English stuff.
I think the little quirks need to stay in, actually. I think we need to go unedited.
That's it.
Yeah. We need to make this the real deal.
I was just going to say, this is not my TV makeup, right? I was not ready for this. But this is the spontaneity of it. I mean, this is where things happen, so we just patchwork things together right there on the spot, you know, and this is real. I mean, this is real. This is the real Irinka with all the quirkiness and all the awkward moments. That's the real deal over here. So Chelsea, do you have a last word? Like, can you talk about maybe your music and where people can find your music and what's special about your music? Why do you feel that you should bring your music to Nashville?
I like to call myself just an ambassador for Christ. My songs are prayers and
the Bible Belt,
Jesus.
so.
Yep.
What's that?
You're in the Bible Belt. That's what they told me when I got here. So
yeah,
I had to learn a lot. I had a steep learning curve when I got here. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah.
My music is definitely. So if you were to take Jack Johnson and Tracy Chapman, and they had a love baby, this girl right here. So it's soulful.
And they don't need any booze. Look at that. Ow.
Yes.
This is how it's done.
What I do?
You take Tracy Chapman
and Jack Johnson.
Love baby.
Love baby.
Yeah. That's
yeah, but they don't need any booze.
They don't need any booze. I need booze.
Okay, what's your website URL? How can we find you?
I just started a YouTube.
Okay.
Ooh.
Try to check that out, Chelsea Mason, and I'll
Chelsea
be
Mason.
Chelsea Mason.
Chelsea Mason.
CHELSCA, like the ocean. C.
And then Mason.
Mason. MASON.
Okay.
And
I mean, some people don't know how to write. I mean, it's legit. I mean, I don't know how to write. I'm not ashamed of it.
no shame. And I will open up my Facebook page pretty soon. So come at me.
All right.
Okay.
Cool beans.
And over here.
Al, what about you?
What about me?